Afternoon to you, Abra. Essentially, we saw what happened yesterday. We saw the crowds picketing and how those numbers had gathered throughout of the course of the afternoon, going into the evening. Also then coming to the slaughtering of the sheep that took place on the beach. What is it looking like on day 2 of hashtag Occupy Clifton Beach? Very good afternoon to you, Abra. Can you hear me? Speaking to Shantae.
Hi, Shantae.
Great. So we'd just like you to take us through what's happening on day 2 of the hashtag Occupy Clifton Beach.
Shantae, we just arrived here, and what I can tell you is that the beach is packed. It was so difficult getting here. The roads are full. Traffic it's terrible right now. And I just get the sense that life is carrying on as normal. But I'm going to speak to this gentleman over here who is a resident here at Clifton. And he's had a front row seat over the last few days to what has been happening. So thank you so much for speaking to us. First of all, you've been watching this thing play out. What are your thoughts about what's been happening?
I think it's a real tragedy. It's been blown out of all proportion. Clifton is a peace-loving place. I've been here for years and years and years. Really, very rarely has there been any conflict of people being taken off the beach. What caused the whole thing to happen is that the residents did feel very threatened at a time. And not only did the residents feel threatened, but more important is the beachgoers were in a very, very vulnerable position because there were huge numbers of people. Often people came intoxicated to the beach. There were no amenities at all for them after 6. So we have witnessed an increase in crime, not so much against the people that live on the beach, but among the beachgoers themselves. There was very, very little police presence and very little presence from the law enforcement. But I think it's just, so unfortunate that people had to be subject to all kinds of stresses and all sorts of things where it's as far as I can see, things are as peaceful and back to normal, and hope it will remain. And I think that possibly some good will come out of that the law enforcement agencies will take their responsibilities seriously, and they'll put more resources here as the crowds increase. And as far as I know, the security company involved helped the police, from what I could see, to remove people on that day from the beach. I don't think it's any racial connotations whatsoever.
If I could stop you, that was going to be my next question. You speak about the whole security aspect, and I have been getting a lot of that there have been security issues here. Yeah. So do you think it was a matter of, yes, the police, the law enforcement came in as well as the security agency, and maybe the actions were executed the wrong way or communicated the wrong way?
Definitely so. I was on the beach. I was asked to leave. I was sort of surprised that I was, but I can understand why the law enforcement did that, because a day or two before I witnessed a stabbing right 2 meters away from me, and 3 meters further on another stabbing. 2 14-year-olds were involved in a fight, or one 14-year-old and one 16-year-old, and it became very traumatic. And I think that possibly the law enforcement, from what I understand, look, I'm certainly not an expert and I don't want to get too involved, but from what I understood, they must have felt that it was just becoming unsafe, and that for everyone's benefit they needed to clear the beach. I don't think the security company was involved in it. I think it was an action taken by the law enforcement.
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your beach day. There's another lady who said she would speak to me. Can we make it to her? Can we go over to her? Sorry, she just took a stroll. Monique Adriaanse. Am I getting it right? Yes, Monique, hi. Thanks for speaking to us. So you know that there have been protests over the last few days, or yesterday, and then today there's another one planned,
Yes.
a picnic for 5 o'clock. You brought your family, you seem to be at ease, you peaceful, you're not stressed about anything going down.
Not at all. And I feel we've been coming here for the last 7 years, every year, this time of the year, and with my family, and I've got a new baby, and everybody's like always happy and everybody's friendly. So I don't understand what is actually happening now at the moment, like with all this bad vibes and stuff. So I really don't know.
So what do you make of the situation? Because there seems to be some confusion about exactly what happened. Like, what is your understanding?
Well, the way I see people here on the beach today, everybody's happy. I don't think people is really bothered by what is happening. So if anything, I don't even think anything is going to go wrong. But if it does, people will probably pack up and go. That's how I see it.
Monique, thanks for speaking to us and enjoy your beach day.
Okay, thank you.
Well, there you have it. The two people I spoke to thus far, they have not come here specifically for tonight's picnic. They are regular beachgoers, just out to have fun. Monique says she and her family come here every year this time of the year. She's not bothered by any incidents that might go down. She says everybody's happy, everybody's peaceful. The gentleman I spoke to earlier on, he says in fact he was one of those who were removed from the beach on the day in question. What we are expecting is, I know that the picnic is supposed to start at around 5. People I've spoken to, including ANC representatives. It's not an ANC event tonight, but the ANC have called on its supporters to come and support tonight's event. They will all be arriving from around 5 o'clock. So we will be obviously keeping you updated, and we'll be speaking to more people on the beach as things play out. Shantae?
Thank you very much for giving us that update. Abra Barbier for SABC News, just taking us through the current situation on Clifton's 4th Beach, speaking to one resident there as well as a community member who's also come to visit the beach. We've also gotten word from our reporter on the ground, Abra, saying that come 5 o'clock there is going to be a picnic that is going to be taking place on the second day of protest. We'll make sure we keep you updated on that. We know coming up tonight on the Full View, Nzinga Kunta will also be on the ground with her feet in the sand, taking us through what exactly that picnic will entail this evening. Let's have a look at some other news.